Day 23, Law and Crime. Law is a system of rules and principles established by a governing authority to regulate behavior within a society. Crime refers to a wide range of actions or behaviors that violate laws set by governing authorities. Section 1. Law, the root is lex. Latin term that means law, lex, is a Latin term that translates to law in English. It encompasses the legal framework governing society's conduct, rights, duties, and responsibilities. Legalis pertains to legal, indicating conformity with the law. Legis signifies of the law, seen in terms like legislation, referring to laws enacted by legislative bodies. These words are all based on the Latin term, lex. 771. Lex scripta. Noun. This word combines lex, Latin for law, plus scribere, Latin to write, written law or law that is written down. Lex scripta is a Latin term that translates to written law or law of the written word. It refers to laws that are formally written down and codified, as opposed to unwritten laws or customs. Laws are explicitly documented in statutes, constitutions, or legal codes, providing a clear and accessible source of authority. Lex scripta contrasts with lex non scripta, which encompasses unwritten laws based on customary practices or judicial precedents. Example: lex scripta is fundamental to modern legal systems, where written laws play a central role in governing societies and regulating conduct. 772. Lex talionis. Noun, derived from lex talionis. Latin for law of retaliation. Punishment in proportion to the offense. It is a principle of justice found in various legal systems, including ancient codes such as the Code of Hammurabi and the Old Testament. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It stipulates that the punishment for a crime should be proportional to the offense committed, mirroring the harm inflicted. The principle aims to ensure fairness and deterrence by exacting a punishment that corresponds directly to the harm caused. Example: many modern legal systems have moved away from lex talionis, focusing on rehabilitation, restitution, and deterrence, rather than strict retaliation. 773. Legitimate. Adjective, legitimus. Latin for lawful. From lex. Latin for law. Having legality or validity. Legitimate describes something that is lawful, valid, or rightful, according to established laws, rules, or principles. It signifies authenticity, legality, or conformity with accepted standards or norms. In various contexts, legitimacy implies credibility, authority, or entitlement, derived from lawful or recognized sources. It can also refer to the acceptance or acknowledgement of something as valid or genuine by a relevant authority, or within institutions, systems, and social structures. Example: the legitimate government is one that has been elected or established through lawful means, and operates within the framework of the law. 774. Legislature. Noun, derived from legis. Law. Plus lator. Latin. Proposer. Assembly where laws are made. A legislature is a body responsible for making laws and regulations within a governmental system. It typically consists of elected representatives who propose, debate, and vote on legislation. The primary function of a legislature is to enact laws that reflect the will and interests of the people it represents and the broader needs of society. Legislatures may have various structures and powers, depending on the form of government, such as unicameral or bicameral. One- or two-chamber systems. The Capitol Building, located on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., is the home of the United States Congress and houses the Senate and the House of Representatives. Please note, the letter J is not present in the classical Latin script. The letter I is used in its stead. However, these letters are used interchangeably in this lesson, depending on the context. Root, iudex. Latin term meaning judge, magistrate. In Latin, iudex refers to a judge or magistrate, someone appointed to preside over legal proceedings and render judgments, based on the law and evidence presented. The concept of iudex is foundational to legal systems influenced by Roman law. 775. Judiciary. Noun, derived from iudicum. Latin word for a judge. Refers to the legal system and related institutions. The judiciary is the branch of government tasked with interpreting and applying the law through the legal system. Comprising judges, justices, and other judicial officers, the judiciary plays a fundamental role in adjudicating disputes, upholding constitutional rights, and maintaining the rule of law. Hearing cases, weighing evidence, and delivering judgments. The judiciary operates independently of the executive and legislative branches, ensuring impartiality and fairness in its decisions. 776. Judicious. Adjective, judicium. Latin for judgment. From iudex. Latin for judge. It means showing good judgment. Judicious means possessing good judgment. It implies careful consideration of all factors involved before making choices or reaching conclusions. It suggests an individual who evaluates situations thoughtfully, weighs options, and acts prudently to achieve desirable outcomes. Being judicious involves a balance of reason, experience, and insight, enabling one to navigate complex situations effectively and make wise choices, demonstrating wisdom and discernment in action and decision. 777. Prejudice. Noun, derived from prae. Latin for before. Plus judicium. Latin. Judgment. From iudex. Latin for judge. To prejudge someone or something. Prejudice refers to preconceived opinions or attitudes, usually negative, towards a person or group, without sufficient evidence or rational consideration. It involves making judgments based on stereotypes rather than individual characteristics or merits. Prejudice can manifest in various forms, such as racism, sexism, homophobia, or religious intolerance. It leads to discrimination, unfair treatment, or exclusion of individuals or groups perceived as different. Example: overcoming prejudice requires awareness, education, and empathy to challenge biased beliefs and promote inclusivity and respect for diversity. Similar, bias, preconception, prejudgment, partiality.